Welcome to the palace where the gates are always open. This is Jerry, aka Count Jero, with Darth Babzer over there.
Let's get it.
The palace. This is a Star
Yes,
Wars
sir.
episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi review, spoiler recap, thoughts, all of it. Again, if you haven't seen this third episode of
Obi-Wan, but there's Vader.
Obi-Wan,
Oh,
have not seen Obi-Wan Kenobi, what are you doing? Go watch it on Disney Plus. Watch it at your friend's house. Watch by yourself. Watch it on your phone, your iPad, whatever, on your TV. Go watch it.
yeah,
Best
man. It opens up. It opens up with some of the most heat that we've seen in the Star Wars TV series in a long time, man. So,
Yep. So the transponder or the message at the end of the episode 2, where he just found out that Anakin's told by Reva that Anakin is still alive and he's in shock. He's having visions, right? He's trying to communicate with Qui-Gon, but they're on their mission to a planet called Mapuzo. That's where the fake Jedi, played by Kumail Nanjiani, told him to go, and that he will find somebody to help him escape to then get to Alderaan, right? So they go to Mapuzo, and Mapuzo is a mining planet, right, that the Empire has taken over. Talk about what happens, Babs, as Leia and Obi-Wan landing to the planet and what's going on.
well, they just land on the planet, then they have to sneak past a couple platoons of stormtroopers or whatever, but then they get picked up by this miner, right? And then I guess he seems friendly, but then they notice the Imperial flag on the back, or at least Obi-Wan does when they're getting on the ship or on the little transport. And then, and then after that, it kind of slows down for them, and they kind of cut to a different part of the story. We get some of the first, pretty crazy first canon looks. Like, we're talking like, besides Rogue One, yes, there was a little bit of Vader's castle, but dude, like Vader's castle, bro. Like the actual Vader's castle inside. Him on his throne after he gets suited up, dude. That scene was so heat. I couldn't even believe it watching. Oh man, for the first, there he is, the Dark Lord himself. Oh man, look at him.
Yeah.
What a banger. And then
So we see,
he's on his throne, and he's chilling there talking to the sister there. Yeah, go ahead, Jer.
Well, no, it's all right. He's on this throne. Right before this happens, right here, though, Reva went to tell Vader that that she had said, right, and I don't remember if it's at the end of the last episode. I think it was at the beginning of this one. She goes to Vader's castle to tell him that Obi-Wan.
Well, no, she's on a communication with him.
Oh, that's right. You're right. The hologram telling Vader that Obi-Wan escaped with Leia and killed Grand Inquisitor. That's what he said, right?
Most of the time, if you're getting summoned to Vader's castle, dude, you're not gonna be walking away from Vader's castle.
I don't know if he was summoned. Sorry, as far as
no, I just mean like most of the time, like if you are a high-ranking Sith or whatever, or sorry, Imperial official or whatever, right? And you're getting summoned to the Dark Lord of the Sith's castle, dude. You're not walking out of there alive, bro.
Oh, I see. You're saying
probably an execution. Yeah. If it's in person, dude, you're probably done for. So
a little bit ahead of ourselves. Well, you're right. So the transponder, but then Vader says to her, if you do this, if you do, play your cards right, essentially, you'll get the title of Grand Inquisitor, and if you don't, then
you're not going to live to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna live. That's what it was. That was a sick line, and they. Now, obviously, Hayden Christensen returns as Anakin, now Vader, Lord Vader, right? After the events of Revenge of the Sith. But he's still voiced by James Earl Jones, and we hear his voice again. And, man, that sick. Dude.
Hit, dude. Oh, no. It hit me so hard, bro. Like,
so man. Yeah, wow. I love it. I love it. So that was sick. I was losing it, right? I was losing it, too. So, well, the fifth brother in this next part, fifth brother then says that when they were arguing here, that the throne of Grand Inquisitor goes to fifth brother. I don't know if it's because he's a male or because he's what number was Grand Inquisitor? Did he have a
No,
number?
it's not like that. It's servitude and stuff, dude.
So seniority. So he has the next
oh
seniority.
yeah, it's based
Okay.
on rank and what you've done and everything like that.
Now tell
Sorry,
me.
little side tangent, just quickly before we do that. If you go back to the Vader real quick.
Yeah.
For all the Veve boys watching, we got Veda a couple days ago on Veve, and my goodness, they couldn't have, I guess, got it at a better time, man. That suit up, you seen those? I guess you can see a little more of the red hue on his on the glass of his eyes, man. Holy crap, that collectible is so perfect, dude. Like, wow. But yeah, that's just a little side tangent there before we get back into the Inquisitors. Sorry. So, oh yeah, so we got 3 rarities: uncommon, common, and ultra rare. And that ultra rare is the chase piece, man. It's animated. He's got the force choke, his most iconic thing, and it's the force. It's the full force grab. It's there. He is on his throne. It's a full force grab. It's not the little dinky pinch that he's doing in A New Hope, dude. That's a force choke, dude. That's a force crush. He's crushing their esophagus, man. If he's doing that.
Let's fast forward. So, Grand Inquisitor. Oh shoot! What the heck is going on? Grand Inquisitor is dead, right? And then, they've found that Obi-Wan is on that planet, right? The signal had just gone out, right, when they got caught, right? The real quick, that actor or the voice character who played that like weasel-looking creature that was riding the bus was played by Zach Braff. He did the voice. It was pretty funny. They got the signal, so then they deployed, right? I'm assuming his TIE fighter, and he went down and was told Vader said he wants Obi-Wan, Reva and fifthbrother and everybody else.
He probably wasn't flying. It was probably an Imperial transport.
Okay. We didn't see the TIE fighter. That's true. It's true. He wouldn't.
Probably was.
Good call. But talk about once he lands and everything else. The first time we see him stepping, and then Obi-Wan senses he had a feeling, right? He stopped. There's a lot of things that happened.
He stopped dead. They were about to go down the tunnel, and he stopped dead in his tracks. He's like, oh no. And not only did he sense Anakin, he sensed that it wasn't Anakin anymore. It's something else. He asks him, "What have you become?" And later in the episode, but yeah, we see the Inquisitors basically just standing at attention for this monster essentially, and he walks through the town just an absolute terror. People are in terror. He looks one direction, looks the other way, kind of senses Obi-Wan might be feeling him or watching him, and in that he shows him, dude. He's like, okay, you're not gonna face me. I'll show you what I become, right? He grabs some random dad. He picks him up and he's force choking him pretty badly. Like it's not no pinch. It's a force choke, man. And his son comes out, dad, and dad drops and he ends the son right there, man. Graphic for any kids, but man, that neck snap was really graphic, man, on a kid. Wow. So
yeah. Well, before we get to the meetup of Obi-Wan and Anakin, I want to share this.
Just walking them down, dude. Like he doesn't run. He walks them down.
And everyone's watching this. But right before that sequence, we see this, and we see something being talked about. We see this symbol of the rebellion, and we see the nod to Quinlan Voss.
Yep.
They talk about him, and he says, Quinlan
was here.
Quinlan Voss was here. Oh yeah, he's helped us many a times. And he goes like, Quinlan. So I think we're gonna see him. We're gonna see the Jedi that we've never seen. I haven't seen him on screen. Was he in Clone Wars?
Yep.
Yeah, but he hasn't been on live action, obviously, ever. Nope. So what did you think of that scene, man? That's huge, and I don't want to skip over that before we get to the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
That was an awesome Easter egg, right?
Mm-hmm.
So talk about real quick. Just tell the people that, because I'm not as I'm a Star Wars fan, but not as deep in the lore like my boy Babs over here. Tell a little bit, give a little people of we might have mentioned them a little bit before in our Jedi talk. Give us a little like 1 minute or so recap on Quinlan Voss and his story in the Star Wars universe.
So he's a Jedi that was obviously like raised from a young age, just like everyone else. He kind of struggles with kind of similar to Qui-Gon, how like just their ideals, right? I guess you could say, just with the Jedi Order at the time aligning up, but extremely powerful in the Force. He uses a green saber, and yeah, you see him in the Clone Wars with. Oh crap!
Who's he with? Okay.
Well, he's with Obi for sure, but can't remember what his first appearance is, like what they're doing. I can't recall what his first
Okay.
what his first time on screen is, but yeah, no, he's gonna be a cool Jedi to see in the future. Very powerful, very cool that he's still alive after Order 66 as well. So
There's a
yeah,
picture
it's
real quick.
awesome to
I'll
see
share a
that.
couple of these. Picture of Vader getting his mask right out of the back.
Vader's his helmet. Oh
Isn't
man,
that sick? So
so
let me
so
share.
awesome.
Talk
This
about
makes the
that.
whole series worth it to me, man. Just
Talk about, no, go ahead.
that one suit up scene is just worth it to me. The whole series.
I
Oh
want to,
man.
before we get into, we're going to get into the Vader meetup. One last thing I want to talk about. I want to highlight this picture before we get to that here, because we're going to talk about that for a couple minutes.
Oh yeah.
All right. So this table, let me see.
What a heater. What a heat episode, man.
All right. So when they're in this layer that's underground,
The
Inquisitor layer
Inquisitors.
or Emperor layer.
Well, it's just on that one kind of watery planet. It's like that
Yeah, it's
tower.
really
Yeah.
cool. I think that's a cool base. There's a lot of
Oh
pictures of
yeah.
it. We got the fifth brother here, and then they didn't say who is this sister. Which one is she? Is she that becomes the ninth sister? I mean does she become the ninth or seventh sister?
It looks similar with the yellow. Yeah, the seventh. It does look similar, but
Seventh?
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
So
I don't think
now
they.
Reva is the third sister.
Huh.
Fifth brother here. Grand Inquisitor was some number at some point. We know about the seventh sister in the comics or in the Rebels. Now,
He was the first Inquisitor.
who is?
The Grand.
Okay, then if Reva's number 3 and he's 5, and again, I'm not trying to nitpick here, but wouldn't that mean that Reva's got seniority?
I don't think so. It's not like that. It's based on,
Or
like I said,
maybe merits or whatever. Anyways,
yeah.
thought that was interesting. So I don't know who this girl is per se. We don't know 100%. Maybe she could probably be in the credits, so we'll know. But I think she might be the seventh sister or something.
We'll have to look into that, find out, or
Vader.
if it's even been revealed yet.
All right, so I want to show the Vader. We've seen this one. I want to show this is the layer right here. That's really sick. I love this building. This thing is awesome. Super sick. Let's see real quick here. So then they launch out to the planet and escape. This is them on with the creature.
Well, that's the pods or that's the
that's the protocol.
The drones.
Protocol, not protocol droid. Okay, so they're off. Now this is Vader on the hunt. Now he finds Obi-Wan. So this is Vader, right? And he lights his lightsaber. First time we see it, he's in the dark.
Obi-Wan's just shook, dude. Obi-Wan's shook.
And this
Obi-Wan's scared, man.
Leia's off. She's got to go. Then he confronts him. This is really cool. Their little battle back and forth was so sick. What do you think? Talk about it.
You should have killed me while you had the chance, Obi-Wan, he says.
Yeah, and he says age didn't do you well or something.
Obi-Wan, how many hands does he have on his lightsaber? How many hands does Vader have on his?
He's got one.
Very, very, very key thing you need to pick up there. Vader was using 2 hands.
I was wondering why he was only using one. I was like, is his other arm still not
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to, dude. Vader is, oh man, dude.
All right, let's keep looking.
So powerful at this point in the dark side, bro. His strength is insane. So he just overpowers anyone else, yeah.
So just the vocals and the appearance and the images and the cinematic movements, it was just sick, dude. It was so sick. Look at this. This is one of my favorite looks, dude. I kept telling you, Vader in the over the fire, dude. I was just eating it up, bro. What are you talking, dude? Just look at this, bro. Like, let's just put it on full right now.
Yeah, that's insane.
So gangster, dude. That's a killer. I was actually watching this with my son. We were watching it. He watched it. He was freaking out, and he's 5, but he's having fun. But around the whole time Vader was coming through the village, he was like tripping, dude. He was like, "Oh no!" Like he would like like it was cool to watch.
Yeah, and for most kids, bro, like Vader is a bad guy. Vader was a bad guy when I first watched Star Wars. I didn't
Yeah,
want to see him win,
but
but
he's
I
a
love
yeah,
seeing Vader go on the rampage now, dude. It's
he's a
awesome.
terror. He's a boogeyman, bro.
I'm
He's
telling you, dude, he's a menace.
he's
Dude,
evil.
Vader is ruthless,
Yeah,
dude.
just looking at him though, that was just so it was just cool to see it. And then my son at the end said,
Mhm.
"Can we watch episode 4?" And I was like, "We gotta wait one more week. This just came out." So, but this fire sequence, look at this, bro. I loved it.
He
Talk about
burned
it.
Obi-Wan
Oh,
alive. He dragged
yeah,
him through the fire, man. Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah. So I don't know what he spilled. So obviously, it was flammable, and then he breaks it with the
Lit it up
force.
with his saber,
Yeah.
dude.
So really cool stuff. We got to get to some of the other pictures here. I think the other picture, the only other one that we haven't seen here that I'll pull up. Oh, we got this one. We got a couple that are out of order. Let me go to this. So he's
That
always
was
fired,
just about the episode. He just gets saved at the end
pretty
there
much.
by
Yeah, it was really cool though. We'll put us back in frame. But I think to me, I wanted more. Obviously, it was sick, bro.
I can't wait
Um,
for episode 4, I guess, right? Like they had to
yeah,
end it somewhere. So.
Reva does track down Leia at the end of that episode. We don't know if she kills Tala or not. This is Tala. You might have recognized her from Game of Thrones.
No, she saves Obi-Wan, dude.
Oh, that's right. She comes back. That's right. And but Reva gets. She does save Obi-Wan because Leia said, right? You're right. Leia said,
Mm-hmm.
"Go save him. He needs your help." And she said, "I got it from here." You're right. So she does. Yeah. She went back and she did. She
She shot a trooper before he could shoot Obi. Yeah.
and then he shot the fire back up, so flames. So this was an epic little fight. You're right. So you now talk about it again. You said that he was only using one hand because he doesn't need both.
One hand, he does need both.
Cool visuals over this mining field, right?
If Vader was using both hands there, man, he wanted to terrorize Obi-Wan, dude. If he was using both hands, that would have been over quick.
Yeah, I like even the glow. This is one. Let's pull up the picture of the glow when Obi-Wan first lit his lightsaber. I love this shot.
You seen how helpless Obi was when Vader unleashed his force ability, man.
I love this shot when it first lighted up. The blue was different hue. It was not even. It was like a deep darkish blue. It was not
I love it.
as bright as we've seen it with a lighter bluish. This was more like a deeper, almost like a purple blue on screen when I saw it. But it was fire. So yeah, so check it out, dude. Look at that. Oh yeah, it was sick. And seeing it in like the high resolution, it was like almost pretty much 4K. Watching it on screen, like compared to obviously the old originals with everything like, top notch right now, highest quality materials and shit. I mean, it
Amazing, dude.
was insane.
Mm-hmm.
It was super fucking insane. So
100%.
anyways, it ended up, you're right, with them escaping, but it was epic, bro. It was epic. So,
yeah.
Final thoughts on the episode. I loved it, man. I loved it.
That just about wraps it up. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much bang on. I mean, not a lot of critiques on this one, dude. A lot of positives. So, yeah, just looking forward to episode 4. Thanks for everyone that stayed to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed the geeking out over Vader years. So
yeah. Awesome. For our Veve fam, get yourself at least a common uncommon if you can.
At least a common.
The uncommon's cool too. The uncommon, obviously, he's got saber up. That's everything. But the other one looks cool because he's up, and they're all cool. But hopefully, you got one on the drop or can get one. And if you got one on the drop, congrats to you. Hodl that thing. He's going to be a top 5. I still think he's top 5. I don't think he's top 3, but I think he's going to be top 5 on the app for a long time. I'm definitely not letting go of mine. I'd like to get a second, but I got to be reasonable. But cool, man. Awesome episode where we fully see Obi-Wan. I'm expecting to see some type of Anakin in this. If they're going to show him back without his mask, how they're going to incorporate it, I don't know. But I want to see a little bit more of the Hayden Christensen part with Obi-Wan. So, but really cool. We're going to probably see a little bit of Qui-Gon Jinn somehow tied in, maybe Quinlan Voss. What else are we going to find out? Are we going to get some more flashbacks to the Order 66 execution?
Hope so.
Coruscant?
Hope so.
Are we going to see a crossover with there's a lot that can happen, man.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, we'll have a news episode probably later this week about the what we're gonna see out of Star Wars universe with Ahsoka and some other shows. So the other characters that have been confirmed, they might cross here. They might be referenced. So let us know. Yep, let us know in the comments. What are your thoughts of this awesome episode, at least in our opinion, of episode 3, Obi-Wan? What are your thoughts? What did you like? What didn't you like? What was your favorite part? Do us a favor, like the video, subscribe to our channel. We're on the road almost to 200. Use your help. Join the Discord. Talk to the homies. Star Wars Sense. We out.